Hi, welcome to my channel Ruby Net Crochet Tejido. In this tutorial I'm going to teach you how to knit these perfect granny square. They're very easy to do. I hope you guys like it and give it a try. And here is the list of material you're going to need to make it. If you are not already subscribed, please subscribe and click on the little bell. That way you get notification each time I upload a video. Remember, I make my videos in Spanish and English. If you receive a Spanish video and you want to see an English, go to the main page of my YouTube channel. There you'll find the English version in there. I have here 4 granny square already attached, and as I knit them, I attach them. So first I'm going to teach you how to do a first granny square in this video, and in the next one I will show you how to attach them one to another. They are very easy to do, and you can use leftover yarn. From these ones are leftover yarn, so it's this one, but you have to pick one color that you want, that you have the most for the color that will carry on each granny square. Like I use this one, it's a leftover, but I have more of these 4 balls of yarn. That way I can make all the granny square with this color in it. The rest could be any color that you like. So today I'll be teaching how to do one, and then in the next video I'll teach you how to attach them. You can make baby blanket, you can make big blankets, you can make a sweater, you can make cardigans, scarves, neck warmers with this type of granny square. To make this granny square, these are the leftovers that I'm going to use, and other colors as I look in my stash. They are from Loops and Thread Impeccable Medium 4 100% acrylic, and this is the color that I have for all the granny square in the center. Is this one in here. That way they look more uniform, having one color throughout every granny square. And the color of this one is Aran, so you can use any color, any leftover or full ball of yarn that you have. The netting needle, they are this circular Shiagu 5.5 millimeter. If you want to see where I bought this one, I'm going to leave the link in the description box below. I really recommend them. They are absolutely amazing. The best needle I ever had. I'm going to use one of these markers to mark the wrong side of the square. That's when we're going to start attaching them one to the next one, like so. I still have one there. And these 2 little markers to mark the 3 stitches on the center of the square. That way you're going to be doing decrease in those 3 stitches. We only have to be moving this around in order to do that decrease. You don't have to use marker if you don't want to, but I like to use marker on mine just in case I'm watching TV or something, I get distracted and I know where I have to do the decreases. You're gonna need scissors and tapestry needle to loose the ends. The measurement for this granny square are 6 inches by 6 inches. That is 15 centimeters by 15. That's the size of this granny square. You can make them smaller, you can make them bigger, but for the project that I want to do, this is the perfect size. So later on I will let you know what's the project I'm going to do with these squares. I wanted to show you the first one that I started making. Watching TV, I started using some of the leftover yarn, and you see this one, the outside of the squares are the same and the center are the ones different, so you can do whatever way you want to do the squares. Either will look really nice, but after I did quite a few of these, I realized that I can make them as I go. That way I don't have to sew together every single square. That will take a very long time to depend on the project to sew all the little squares. So what I did, I decided to do it like this, and absolutely love it because it saves time and they look fantastic. They're very easy to go. So depending on the project that you're doing, is the size of the square that you're gonna do, or what you want to do with them, sewing by hand or doing this way. And a blanket for a bed, it will look amazing like this. So let's start making our square. And remember, these ones are 15 by 15 centimeters. I'm gonna leave a tail long enough to cast on 41 stitches. The smaller square I did with 21, so you have to have odd numbers. So that will give me the square 20 stitches on one side, 20 on the other side, plus that extra one in the center to do the decreases. So this is the tail, and this one is the working yarn. The tail is on my thumb, and then I wanna cast on my 41 stitches. You can do 51, 61, so depends on the size of the square that you want. And like that, I'm going to continue working until I have my 41 stitches. Once you have your stitches on your needle, you're going to start with the row of net. So the squares are done and net stitch. So you're going to knit all your stitches until the end. And the second row is where we're going to start our decreases in the center of the stitches. So do the first row, and then I will meet you here for the next one. Once you finish the first row, you're going to start netting the second row, and you're going to net 19 stitches. In this row I'm going to start placing the markers. That way it's easier for me when it's time to do the decrease. So once you have 19 stitches done, I will meet you here. Here I have my 19 stitches. Now I'm going to knit 3 together. So the next 3 stitches, I'm going to knit them together. I'm going to knit 1 more stitch, and I'm going to place my marker. And then I will continue knitting until the end. So in the next row I will place the marker as well. That way I know when it's time to decrease on the wrong side where I have to decrease, and I don't have to keep count of the stitches. So what you did was 19 net stitch, and then the next 3 together, you knit 1 more, and then you place the marker. Now I'm going to work in the third row, and again it is a knit stitch, and if you count the stitches before the marker you will have 18 stitches. So I'm going to knit those stitches until the marker. And the decreases are only done in the wrong side of the square. So after a few more rows I will place the marker that will let me know which is the wrong side of the square, like I have in this one. So when you go to the marker, I will meet you here. I have my 18 stitches. I'm going to pass the marker. I'm going to knit 3 stitches. Those are the center stitches. And I will place the other marker. And in the way back, those are the 3 that I have to do together. And only so I'm going to be moving my stitches. And that way, my marker, sorry, around the stitches. That way it's easier for me. I don't have to keep track of the number of a stitch or anything, counting them. I just, by moving the markers, you will see how easy it is. At least for me, it's very easy. So knit the rest of the stitch, and I will meet you here. And this one is a decrease again, and I'm gonna knit until I get to the first marker. So by moving the markers around, it will make things much easier for me. So knit into the marker. I'm gonna knit the one before the marker. I'm gonna remove that marker. I'm gonna knit these three together. I'm gonna remove the marker, knit one, and place the marker. And I'll continue knitting until the end. And you see exactly the same as I did in row 1. And the way back, I know when I pass the marker, I will knit 3 and place 1 marker. And when it's time to go and work on this side, I will know after I remove the marker, I have to do these 3 together. So it's always by changing the markers like this. If you are watching TV or you are talking to somebody or watching a video on YouTube or whatever you're doing, you know when you get to the marker you have to pay attention, because you have to either knit 3 and place the marker or decrease those 3 inside the markers. So knit until the end, and I will show you one more time. I want to work on the right side of the square. Again, I'm gonna knit my stitches, and this time there are 17 stitches. I'm gonna pass the marker, knit 3, place the marker, and then on the way back I will do the decrease again. So in the next row I will place the other marker to mark the wrong side of the square, like I have in this one here. It's very important to know which one is the wrong side, because when it's time to change color, the color is changed in the right side of the piece. And that way in the wrong side you get this. So it's very important to know which one is the right and wrong side. So I'm gonna knit to the marker, pass the marker, knit 3, place the marker, and then until the end. Now I'm gonna place the marker on the wrong side for now. Later I'll bring it up a little bit higher, just in case I had to do something. I leave my work, I know this is the wrong side, where is the marker. Also, you can guide yourself by where the working yarn is. If it's in the tip of the needle and you have the 2 markers here with the 3 stitches in between, you know you have to work the decrease in this row. But it's good to have a few reminders, okay? The wrong side. Which one is the wrong side? So I'm gonna knit until the marker. I'm gonna remove the marker, knit 3 together, remove the next marker, knit 1, place 1 marker, and then knit until the end. And like that, doing those 2 row repetition, I will continue until I have 21 stitches left on the needles. So that will be 10 for this side, 1 in the center, and 10 for the other side. That's the 21 stitches here. So I will meet you here. When it's time to do the decrease, I will show you that one more time, and from there you can take it until the end. So I'm going to knit the one before the marker, remove the marker, knit these 3 together, remove the marker, knit the next one, and now place the marker. And now we're gonna knit until the end, and like that is the 2 row repetition that you're gonna do over and over until you will have 21 stitches left on your needle. When you have 21 stitches on your needle, I will meet you here to change color, and that will be after you decrease your stitch, and then you'll count that you have 21 when it's time to work in the right side. So I have here my 21 stitches. So I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 before that marker, and then 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, and 21. 9 before the marker, and then the rest after the marker. So that will be 11. 12, I guess. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Yes, my math is a little out of whack. So now I'm gonna change color, and I'm gonna continue using this little ball that I have here, this leftover, and then later as I do my project I'll have to get the newer ball, but I want to finish with this one. Let me cut this in here. So you will come here. I can cut this one now. I already recorded in Spanish, so I can cut that one. I'm not going to use that one anymore, so we're going to continue with this one. And then the right side of your piece, you'll start working like this. And I'm going to do like a 3 or 4 knot, and then I will do a knot with the 2 ends to secure the work. So now I can tie these 2 ends together. And now you can continue working with this one until the marker. You pass the marker, knit 3, place the marker, and then knit the rest with this color. And I will show you the row of decrease with this one. So like that, you're going to continue working all the way until you have 3 stitches. But I will meet you here when I have like 5 stitches left. That way I will show you the end, how you're going to finish. And then we're done with the first square, but it's done exactly the same as you've done so far. All the way until the end, we are working in this little piece of here. And I show in here because that's where you did the knot. So it's always show. I don't know why. I try to do my best to hide that, but I can't. So that is that. So I'll continue with this off camera, and almost at the end. I have only 5 left. I'm gonna do this right side row, and then on the way back for the row decrease. I will meet you here. I'm gonna finish with the markers now, so you don't gonna need them anymore until the next square. You're gonna knit this one, remove the marker, knit these three together, remove the marker, knit this one, turn your work around, knit these three, and now turn your work and knit these three together. There we go. Let me do this again. See, the last three is a little more tight. I don't know why. Try to do the tip of the needle. There we go. There we go. Now we cut here, pull this, pass it through that loop, and we're done on first square. Now I'm going to lose the tails, and then I will show you the end result. You have to lose all the tails. Well, this is the end result, and you see it's very easy to do, and it's the perfect 15 by 15 centimeter by 15 centimeter granny square. It's exactly the same as the other ones. So we're gonna finish this video in here, and in the next video I will teach you how to continue working the next square attached to this one. It's very easy to do, don't get intimidated because it's really easy. And I hope you guys like it, and give it a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel if you are not already a subscriber. And if you make these squares and you want to send me some pictures, you can do it through my Facebook page Ruby Net Crochet Tejido or my Instagram Ruby Net Crochet Tejido. Please share my video with friends and family, that way you help me grow here in YouTube. I wish you have a beautiful day. Bye.